Good evening and welcome to the State College of Florida here in Bradenton for Game 2 between the Orlando Monarchs and the Florida Vibe. Glad that you're here with us here on the ACL stream. Unfortunately, one of our two cameras is down and the one that is working is not the home plate camera. So we've got the side angle, but don't worry. I do radio at Alabama. Surely to goodness we can guide you through this one. And the second game of this series after last night, the Florida Vibe bested the Monarchs 5-1. It was a really impressive pitching performance by Elizabeth Hightower, who got the start and went 5 innings. And then you had Hannah Adams go 3 for 3. Got RBIs from Carmen Greenwood, Taylor Pleasance, and really just 1 through 9, the Vibe put together a really impressive showing. Now we'll see who can step up and take Game 2. Will the Vibe give themselves a shot to sweep tomorrow, or will we see a rubber match with a win from the Monarchs? Well, I'll find out this evening, and with these people starting for both sides as we look at the starting lineup for the visiting Monarchs, again coming back from a 5-1 loss last night against the Vibe. Alex Coleman, the right fielder, will lead off with Stormy Konselnick, the center fielder, batting second. Mac Barbara is the DP, hitting third. Allie Skaggs, the Arizona Wildcat, is playing third, hitting fourth. Alyssa Garcia, the catcher, is batting fifth. Cal Rodriguez, the second baseman, hits in the sixth spot. Julia Kutsoyanopoulos is at first and hitting seventh. Pal Egan, the left fielder, is batting eighth. And Kylie Sand, the shortstop, will hit ninth. And that lineup will face Sam Grass, who just finished up her collegiate career at South Carolina, starting pitcher for the Florida Vibe here this evening. From Grass, you'll see a good changeup. She can mix speeds, throws about 3 different types of speeds. That straight change is mid to low 50s. She can throw off speed around 60, and her hard stuff can be closer to 65 and above. Good rise ball as well. And she's got a little screwball that's got some run to it. That's going to be particularly crafty, I think, against the lefty hitters for the Monarchs. Alex Coleman, the former North Carolina Tar Heel, will step in, and we're ready to go for Game 2. Bunted foul. Coleman last night was 0 for 4. Started the game with a beautiful bunt, but was called out at first. The call was disagreed with by the Monarchs dugout, and actually pitcher Jaden Vickers got a warning. There's that change. Just missed. 2-1. Nice bunt by Coleman. It'll be a tough play, and she'll beat it out. No warning this time. Coleman using her blazing speed to get down the line. And a base runner on for the Monarchs as we take a look at the Vibe defense. Out in left, Kara Caneto. Greenwood in center, Roop in right. Mosley at third, Celise at short, Adams at second, Pleasance at first, and Frazier behind the dish. And in steps Stormy Konselnick, who I got to catch up with a bit earlier today. Coleman takes off. The throw was off to the right and ricocheted away. That's a stolen base. And a strike on Stormy. Stormy, whose name correlates with, I think, the thing that created an issue with the home plate camera. Last night was 1 for 3. Finished up her career at UCF after starting at Washington. 0-2. Good take. And a good 0-2 pitch by Gress, trying to get the chase. Change a hair high, 2-2. Gress trying to bear down the payoff upcoming to Kotzelnick. Fouled away. Got her. Gress goes upstairs for the strikeout and the first out here in the opening inning. I'll bring up Mac Barbara out of Texas A&M. One of the best power hitters in all of college softball this past year. 0 for 2 with a walk in game 1. Sam Gress trying to work out of this first inning. Coleman on second base after the single and steal. Barbara, opposite way. There's a charge in this one, and it will get past Caneto. She couldn't make the catch. Coleman will hold at third. 2 in scoring position for the Monarchs here in the first. Kind of a tough break, actually, for the Monarchs, because if that isn't as close as it had to be and was out and left.
Next up, number 99, Allie Skaggs.
Coleman, who scores on basically anything in the field, would have come in, but she had to hold. And now standing on third. First base open for Allie Skaggs, the Arizona Wildcat. She sends the first pitch to short, and there's out number 2. Well, I'll tell you what, from the side view, you probably got a great look at that play out and left. If you're just tuning in, home plate camera out for now. During the quote-unquote commercials between innings, I am going to test it, so if you see a black screen, don't panic. It'll be off in a moment. Got away from Frazier. Good block to make sure it didn't get under her legs. Want to know? Alyssa Garcia, UCLA Bruin, at the plate right now. 0 for 3 in game 1. Good moment of adversity early for Sam Gress, trying to work through it. Over to second base. Hannah Adams will handle that all day. And 2 are left stranded by the Monarchs. And both were in scoring position. Let's go to the home half of the first. Vibe coming up.
Sending for the Florida Vibe, the center fielder, number 7, Carmen Greenwood.
Here's the starting lineup for the Florida Vibe in the 0-0 ball game, all beginning with Carmen Greenwood, the center fielder. She'll take strike one from Morgan Smith. Rachel Roop is the right fielder, batting second. Taylor Pleasance is at first, hitting third. Kara Canetova, left fielder, is cleaning up with Jordan Rodleva, DP, batting fifth. Sarah Mosley's at third, hitting sixth. That one misses to Greenwood, 1-1. Jillian Solis, the shortstop, bats seventh. Sierra Frazier, the catcher, is hitting eighth. And Hannah Adams, the second baseman, turns it over in the 9 spot against Morgan Smith out of Rutgers, an All-American. That one fouled off 1 and 2. Had the best year of her career in her final season with the Scarlet Knights after starting at LSU. You're going to see her work primarily down in the zone. She can mix speeds, but that heavy drop, is kind of what keeps the hitters off balance. We talked a little bit yesterday and got to hear about how she's gotten, ramped back up as this summer has begun. And she can hit too, which is why it's kind of weird to see her as the only a pitcher tonight. She was one of the best home run hitters in America her senior season at Rutgers. And like many on the Monarchs, a returning FGCLer. She was on the circus. I believe that was summer of 22. Payoff to Greenwood, and that'll sneak through the middle for a base hit, and this might be two. Greenwood will leg out a stand-up double. That's how you want to start it for the Vibe. Runner in scoring position to kick things off here in the bottom of the first. Defense for the Monarchs: Egan's in left, Kotzelnick in center, Coleman in right. Skaggs at third, Sand at short, Rodriguez at second, Kutsoinopoulos at first, and Garcia behind the dish. As the infield chats for a moment. Over to third base, and the throw will get Roop, and it all happened so fast. No movement for Greenwood. One down. First pitch strike to Taylor Pleasance, who yesterday was 1 for 3 with an RBI double. Ooh, boy. It's good off speed. Just missed 1-1. Just a reminder, in case you're just tuning in, home plate cam has gone out this evening, so we got the beautiful first baseline angle. You can see pretty much everything. And if it's in the far right, I'll let you know what happens. Don't worry. Pleasance was trying to send it there, but swings and misses, 1 and 2. You can definitely also see the beautiful evening around us. Pay no attention to the dark clouds off to the left. I think that's going to miss us. Pleasance out towards center field. She put a charge in it and sent it out. Taylor Pleasance went and got it, and the 2-run homer helps the Vibe strike first.
Home run!
That pitch was more low and in than anything else. It wasn't exactly a meatball, but Taylor Pleasance stripe showed it out to center field. And now everyone is chatting again for reasons that are unclear. Will there be a pitching change already? That would be surprising. Looks like they've got to bring some equipment out to Morgan Smith. Going with the visor and ditching the face mask, which probably needs to go in the dugout. You know, it was interesting. Morgan, at least in the FGCL and when I'd watched her play in college, I had not ever seen her wear a face mask.
Next
so
up, the left fielder, number 23,
maybe just, I don't know, made her uncomfortable. She's going with the visor. That's much more her usual look. And a first pitch strike to Kara Caneto. Yesterday, she was 1 for 3 with a run scored. Former Liberty Flame. Ooh, boy. Foul ball. I won't weigh in because I've been wrong like 8 times on down the line calls here in this stadium. So 1 and 2. Two balls and 2 strikes. That's chopped foul. Sharply hit over to first. Kutsoyanopoulos has it. 2 away. And up comes Jordan Rudley, or he should be. Tonight's DP. Here she comes.
Next up, number 36, Jordan Rudley.
Northwestern Wildcat, first year with the Vibe. Yesterday was 1 for 2 with a run and a hit by pitch as well. So that one misses low, 1-0. Little off, 2-0. On the ground to third, handled by Skaggs, inning over. 2 runs in, though, thanks to Taylor Pleasance and her 2-run homer. We go to the second. Monarchs will look to answer when we come back. Cat Rodriguez will start off for the Monarchs here in the second. 6-7-8 due up against Sam Gress. Rodriguez, last year's NCAA leader in RBIs. She'll take ball one from Gress. Cat was 0 for 2 with a walk last night. That's fouled. 1-1. All right, I am going to do as I always do. If you're tuning in, please say hey. We'll read your message on the air at Gray, GRAY_Robertson on Twitter. Let us know where you're watching. And if you're wondering about the camera angle, home plate is out. So don't make that part of the tweet if you can help it. 1 and 2. So I'm hit the outside part of the plate for Rodriguez. Change misses. 2 and 2. Rodriguez, a third-team All-American this year for North Carolina. Best season by far of her career. Spent time at Quinnipiac and Pitt before finishing up in Chapel Hill. Got jammed there, fouled it off. 3 and 2. Now the payoff from Gress. Rodriguez gets that out to center for a base hit. Single for Cat. And the Monarchs have yet another leadoff on here in this game.
Next up, number 27, Julia Katsoyanopoulos.
Which brings up Julia Katsoyanopoulos. A name Fred is absolutely crushing right now on PA. Tennessee Lady Volley started her career at Arizona. Spent time in the international circuit as well. She waited on the change for the bunt and gets the tag out. She did not go backwards, so sacrifice executed well. And Rodriguez is at second, 1 down.
Next up, number 10, Pal Egan.
Which will bring up Pal Egan. Ball 1. Blown away. Egan finished up her career at Florida after a impressive stint at Texas A&M Corpus Christi, where she won a lot of Southland Conference awards. Two 2-0. That one missed low and away again. On deck, you've got Kylie Sand, who had an extra base hit last night. Three and 1. Strike called. Now Egan steps back in. change is checked foul. Good fight back by Gress. 3-2. Now the payoff from Gress. Right there and on the hands and fouled away. Another foul ball. Another 3-2, another change, another foul. This is brewing into quite the all-or-nothing AB. Feels like either Egan's going to strike out or get something in the grass that'll score a run. Either way, momentum in the balance right now. Another 3-2 from Gress. Ball 4. None of the above. It's a walk. 2 on, 1 out for the Monarchs. And Kylie Sand.
Next up, number 23, Kylie Sand.
Rutgers all-time leader in career batting average at .396. Hitting in the 9 spot, the shortstop. She was impressive last night at the 2-hole. 1 for 3 with a double and a run. Strike 1. That one high, 1-1. Little inside from Gress, 2-1. Boy, Sam Gress, as that one fouled back, has thrown a lot of pitches here in this inning. Just battle after battle. Coleman waits on deck. Sand hits that towards the bullpen, foul. Over to Mosley at third. Good pick, but that will not be in time. Infield single loads them up for the top of the order.
Next up, at the home plate, number 3, Alex Coleman.
You know, this is an interesting scenario for the Monarchs. Bases loaded. You've got Alex Coleman, who's basically a 100% pure slapper at the dish. He's already singled in this game. Defense has got to be on high alert. That's slapped right towards us, 0-1. Fouled away. Here's the 0-2 from Gress. Change will be blooped out to center. That'll score a run. Egan heads for home. The throw is a little late. This game is tied thanks to the 2 RBI single from Alex Coleman. She took second on the throw as Rodriguez and Egan came around. Sand took third. And the head coach for the Vibe, Dr. Dot Richardson, has questions, I think, asking for some sort of clarification. Whatever she was told. She still wasn't pleased, but she went back to the dugout.
Next up, number 44, Stormy Konselnick.
Now bring up Stormy. Konselnick struck out in the first. First pitch high, 1-0 on Stormy Konselnick. Mac Barbara's on deck. She's already racked up a double here in this game. Dangerous moment for Sam Gress. The 1-0. High and away, 2-0. Monarch hitters really not, for the most part, biting on the rise. Now, Konselnick did strike out on that pitcher first time up, but held off there. Fouled away, 2-1. Konselnick steps back in. Second and third, 1 out. 2-2. So that one fouled back. Now the 2-2 from Gress. Konselnick sends it in the air to left. Catch is made by Canetto, and Sand will take off. The throw home won't be in time. Stormy drives in Sand, and the Monarchs grab the 3-2 lead. Sand has great speed, so not a surprise she went. Coleman did stay at second, and now Mac Barbara steps in. Again, had that double in the first. Tied up there on the first pitch, 0-1. Just a very long inning for Sam Gress. She is thrown, I can't even count them, at least 20 pitches here in this frame. 0-1, misses high and away, 1-1. are 2 outs. Coleman at second. The 1-1. Barbara shoots it out to right, and that is gone. Just snuck in the right field foul pole. Just out of view of the camera, and just in fair territory. 2-run homer, and it's 5-2 Monarchs. First pitch to Skaggs will get away from Solis, just out of reach out to center. And right after the home run, the 2-out barrage continues. First hit for Skaggs here tonight. And I've got to think now the Vibe has somebody getting warm in the pen. I don't know who, probably wouldn't be Hightower. Ninth hitter of the inning, it's Alyssa Garcia. Strike one to Garcia, who grounded out in the first. Quickly 0-2. And here's the thing about this inning for Gress. It's not like outside of a couple batters, she hasn't fallen behind and thrown mistakes. She's gotten ahead 0-2 on a lot of hitters. 1-2 counts often in this inning. But she's been really struggling to finish against these batters. The 0-2 to Garcia is grounded towards short. Solis will handle, and that's the inning. But a massive inning. 5 hits and 5 runs. And we go to the bottom of the second. Some cushion now for Morgan Smith in the circle here at SCF. Sarah Mosley leads off the bottom of the second for the Vibe, and she immediately takes the first pitch out to right. The catch is made and secured by Coleman for the first out. It's Mosley, Solis, and Frazier.
Next up, the shortstop, number 10, Jillian Solis.
And steps Jillian Solis former Washington Husky. 0 for 3 last night. Ball 1. I'm going to dismiss low and out. Again, you're going to see Smith work that drop a lot. She'll come upstairs occasionally, but likes to keep it low in the zone. Oh my. Took some off it, but it was called a ball. 2-0. We'll say, unfortunately, if you're just joining us, this is the only angle we've got, but umpires probably love it. Hard to judge the strike zone. So you'll just have to take my word for it. 2-0 curve, missed a little bit in, 3-0. And a 4-pitch walk. That'll send Solis to first base as the Vibe try and string something together here in this inning.
Next up, the catcher, number 20, Sierra Frazier.
In steps the former UAB Blazer and multi-time all-conference selection Sierra Frazier, who did not play last night. Kind of surprisingly, she swung the bat maybe the best of anybody in the series against the Rise. She'll take strike 1. Now the 0-1 from Smith. Hit on the ground towards short. There's 1. No throw to first. That was all Sand had. 2 away.
Next up, the second baseman, number 8, Hannah Adams.
Here's Hannah Adams. 3 for 3 game last night for the former Florida Gator with an RBI. All the hits were singles. First pitch misses low and away, 1-0. The 1-0 is a little bit more in, 2-0. And the 2-0 fouled away, 2-1. Morgan Smith, since putting on the visor and getting rid of the face mask, has been a lot sharper. But she's fallen behind as the 2-1 misses low and away, 3-1. Top of the order is waiting. Greenwood has already doubled in this game. Three one, ripped out to right. 4th hit of the series for Adams. Look, I'm not a coach, but I don't know if she should keep hitting in the 8 or 9 spot. Lineup turned over to Carmen Greenwood, who doubled and scored in the first. And in the blink of an eye, the Vibe can tie this ball game.
Back to the top of the order with the center fielder, number 7, Carmen Greenwood.
First pitch to Greenwood. Fooled her. 0-1. I think it was a strike anyway, but she did go around. Now the 0-1 is a chopper back to Smith. A very athletic throw to first will win the inning. That is a capital A athlete right there. Morgan Smith. Off balance throw coming out of the circle and showing off the utility skills to get out of it. We go to the third. Monarchs up 5-2. So just like in the second, it's 6-7-8 to start things off with the Monarchs. Kat Rodriguez started off that big 5-run inning with a single, and she'll take strike one. An inning where it felt like every batter saw a 3-2 count, and Gresh just struggled to finish off hitters. 0-1 pitch misses outside to the righty Rodriguez, 1-1. Now the 1-1 out to left, and that'll fall. Rodriguez puts on the brakes and hightails it back to first, but she's got a 2-for-2 day. I'll bring up Julia Kutsoyanopoulos, who laid down a sac bunt in the second, but after the offensive melee in that inning, I've got to think she's probably hitting away right here. Give her a shot to just attack Gress. And she'll do just that right out to center field. First pitch single. That is hit number 9 for the Monarchs in 2 innings plus, and I have to assume the vibe is close to a change in the circle. Because right now the Monarchs are just all over Sam Gress. Pal Egan walked in the second. First pitch strike. Yeah, 1 cut on and missed, 0-2. The 0-2 to Egan. Stays alive. Another 0-2. Another foul ball. That walk by Egan started very similarly. That was a 2-strike count that then saw about at least 6 foul balls by Powell. Finally worked the walk. Blocked by Frazier on the changeup that was low, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Lofted out to center. There's Greenwood. 1 down. Now bring up Kylie Sand.
Next up, number 23, Kylie Sand.
Infield single and a run scored here tonight. Top of the order waiting. First pitch fouled off, 0-1. "5-1 vibe last night. Monarchs trying to return the favor here in game 2. 0-1 to Sand is high. Sands sneaks it through the right side. Got a big kick off the lip and bounced right to the waiting arms of the right fielder Roop. They're loaded after another base hit. And I think, is that going to be it for Gress? Let's see. Yes, indeed. Pitching change coming for the Vibe. We'll tell you about Estelle Check. Bases loaded, 1 down for the Monarchs here in the 3rd.
Coming up on the mound for the
New pitcher Check. And Alex Coleman sends the first pitch she sees over to short. Good throw in by Solis. And the forces recorded at home. Loaded, 2 gone. Alex Coleman hasty as we were trying to calculate Gress's line.
stepping into the parallelogram, number 44, Stormy Carlson.
Got more geometry here in the booth. Stormy Konselnick trying to bust this thing open. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 5-2 Monarchs. First pitch low for ball 1. Line for Gress, 2 1/3, 10 hits, 5 runs, all earned, 1 walk and 1 strikeout. And that curve from Check runs away from Konselnick, 1-1. Swing and a miss. Stormy's third plate appearance in 3 innings. A strikeout and a sac fly RBI so far tonight. Facing the lefty Check out of Texas. He's going to throw a lot of curve. Like right there. That would miss away, 2-1. And on deck you have the potent bat of Mac Barbara. 2-1. Stormy fouls it towards her dugout, 2-2. And time called as we reach an hour. And the 8 o'clock hour, that is, here on the East Coast. Stormy Konselnick, the UCF Knight, sends it over to short. Solis has got it. The throw to first will end an inning in which the Monarchs got a lot of traffic but do not score. 5-2 going to the bottom of the 3rd. Rachel Roop will lead off the 3rd inning, 2-3-4.
Number 15, Rachel Roop.
Roop, Pleasance, and Canetto against Morgan Smith. First pitch misses low and away to the righty Roop. Ball 1 to the All-American from Liberty, who grounded out in the 1st. Roop yesterday had a tough one, was 0 for 3 with a couple strikeouts. She takes the 1-0 out towards right field. Alex Coleman is there for the first out.
Next up, the first baseman, number 17, Taylor Pleasance.
Taylor Pleasance, 2-run homer in the 1st inning. So far, the only runs for the Vibe in this game. LSU Tiger has hit a couple home runs here this summer for the Vibe. And a first pitch strike comes in from Smith on the outer half. That shot out to center field and on the dive. A great catch made by Kotzelnick for the second out. Just a absolute line shot by Pleasance. And Stormy was able to lay out.
Next up, the left fielder, the 2-3, Kara Kineto.
Now Kara Kineto grounded out her first time up. And she might again over to second base. The throw to first is in time. Well, let's dig up a stat for you. Since Morgan Smith took off the face mask and put on the visor, she's given up 1 hit, no runs, and she just had a clean third. Going to the fourth, Monarchs up 5-2. To the fourth. 5-2 lead for the Monarchs over the Vibe. Mac Barbara, Ali Skaggs, Alyssa Garcia set to hit here in the fourth. Against Estelle Check. First pitch ball high and away to Mac Barbara, who's had a big evening. A double and a 2-run homer. That 2-run homer was pulled right down the right field line and just stayed fair. I mean, by a foot, maybe. Change up in there for a strike, 1-1. The 1-1 curls in for a strike, 1-2. Barbara now has to protect. One, two misses away on the curve, 2-2. Now Check ready. Down and in, full count. Well, Mac Barbara, anything middle in, even if it's low, she can do damage with. I would run that curve away again. Nope, came inside, and that's ball 4.
Next up, number 99, Ali Skaggs.
So Barbara has been aboard 3 times. Now up comes Skaggs. Pop out in a single for the former Wildcat. First pitch. Fouled away. Skaggs, a Gold Glove winner, All-American at Arizona. Impressive player. Told the story last night when I did it's the 0-1 misses high and away 1-1, as I did a Alabama Arizona a couple games in Tuscaloosa, and on our coach call, Caitlin Lowe just showed so much pride in Skaggs and her defensive, especially, accomplishments. 1-1 in there for a strike, 1-2. Go back to it. A little more river there, 2-2. It's an impressive take by Skaggs, because you just knew Czech was going right back to that spot. 2-2. Skaggs smokes it out towards center field and all the way to the fence. Look at Mac Barbara on her horse. She'll round third and head for home. Play at the plate, not in time. Mac Barbara comes in to score from first on the RBI double by Allie Skaggs, and it's 6-2 Monarchs.
Next up at the plate, number 19, Alyssa Garcia.
Boy, Mac Barbara was absolutely trucking around second, around third. Didn't even have to slide. And now Alyssa Garcia takes ball one low and in. Definitely helped that that ball took a weird hop once it got to the fence. Kind of popped up. It was tough play for Greenwood. Garcia. Fair ball. Fair ball. Foul ball. They called it fair. So Skaggs goes to third, one down.
Next up, number 33, Catherine Rodriguez.
Up comes Kat Rodriguez, who's 2 for 2. A couple singles, trying to drive in a run here for the Monarchs. First pitch misses low and away. The 1-0 misses high, 2-0. Now the 2-0 from Czech. That's looped out to right field. This will be an RBI single for Rodriguez at 7-2. Man, that was such a good piece of hitting by Rodriguez. Czech was trying to jam her, and she just got her hands out.
Number 27, Julia Cutsoy.
Lofted it out to right field. 3 for 3 night for last year's RBI leader in college softball. And now the first pitch to Julia Cutsoyanopoulos is sent out to center field. Catch made by Greenwood. 2 down. Scoreboard update, non-softball division. As tonight is the NBA draft.
Next up at the plate, number 10, Pal Egan.
And the number 1 pick, to the shock of Neria Soul, is made by the Mavericks, and it's Cooper Flagg. First pitch strike to Pal Egan, 0-1. Walk, run scored, and a fly out for Pal. Egan out to center field. That'll get past the diving Greenwood and go all the way to the fence. Look out, Rodriguez will come in to score. And Pal Egan stopped at second. Another RBI double here in this inning. 8-2 Monarchs.
Next up, number 23, Kylie Sand.
Now for the third straight inning, we say hello to Kylie Sand. 2 for 2 with a pair of singles and a run scored. Strike one. Sand pokes that through the middle. Egan, whoa, big time stop. She'll step back at third. And now off goes Sand, who just took second because the Vibe kind of fell asleep. And this is just a sloppy inning right now for the Vibe. Monarchs all over them. Second and third, 2 outs, and back to the top of the order. Dot Richardson asking why Sand was able to take second, and umpires are correct. Time wasn't called. Mosley just had the ball at third base. Sand just took off. Now back to Alex Coleman. She's 2 for 3 with 2 singles, 2 RBIs, and a fielder's choice. Pulls back the bunt on the first pitch, 1-0. That one, the 1-0, misses away, 2-0. $14 hits now for the Monarchs against 2 different Vibe pitchers. That's slapped over to the left side. Solis will make a tag. Did the run score? Yes, she did. So Egan came in to score before the tag could be applied. And that ends the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th, 9-2 Monarchs.
We scored that run, yeah.
Five, six, seven due up for the Vibe here in the bottom of the 4th. Morgan Smith cooking in the circle, mixing speeds well and throwing a first pitch strike to Jordan Rudd on the outer half. It's Rudley, Mosley, and Solis against Smith. Jordan Rudley grounded out all the way back in the 1st. The one misses low and away, 1-1.
Is Ryan out? Yeah, he's resting. Okay.
9-2 Monarchs here in the bottom of the fourth. That one kind of came out of the hand a little wonky for Smith. Missed high, 2-1. Now the 2-1 from Smith. That's low, 3-1. I'm just trying to muster really anything here in the bottom of the fourth. Some kind of answer. And there's ball 4. So that's a good start. Red Lee will head to first base. Wouldn't be shocked if we saw a pinch runner, but maybe not. And now time is called as Dr. Dot Richardson will come out, and yes, indeed, here comes a pinch runner for Jordan Red Lee at first.
Attention, ladies and gentlemen, please return all foul softballs to the Vibe dugout.
Grayson Radcliffe will run at first base.
Softballs to the Vibe dugout. Thank you so much.
I went and saw our friend Bailey play down in Miami back in.
So we're going to take a quick break while they bring out the rakes and work on the circle just a bit. 9-2 Monarchs, bottom of the fourth. Runner on first, nobody out for the Vibe. Okay, all set to go. Sarah Mosley about to hit. Shout out to Dr. Dot Richardson, head coach of the Vibe. Using that tamp, getting the dirt and mud and everything in the circle all good to go for Morgan Smith. First pitch to Mosley was low. Sarah Mosley flew out to right on a well-hit ball back in the second. First pitch she saw. 1-0 curve misses away. 2-0. Now the 2-0 is low. 3-0. Boy, Radcliffe was way off first base, but got back. So 3 balls and no strikes to Mosley. And that is another walk in this inning.
What's the word on that?
And what now?
Next up, the shortstop, number 10, Jillian Solis.
Time called by the Monarchs. And everyone will chat yet again with 2 on and nobody out. So an opportunity for the Vibe. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Jillian Solis, who walked in the second, will see now yet another ball. 4-pitch walk to Mosley. First pitch missed to Solis. Morgan Smith trying to find her control again. That's not the answer. She'll call time. 2-0. Someone missed high. So she's missed low in the dirt. She's missed high. Kind of seems to be not quite in rhythm with that drop ball. As the distant skies tell a rainy story in the near future. We watch the bottom of the fourth. 9-2 Monarchs over the Vibe. Three and 0. Well, the Monarchs believe, but right now they need strikes. The 3-0 to Solis. There it is, 3-1. And hopefully that gets Smith back in a rhythm after she just kind of had a moment there. Solis trying to capitalize on this golden chance to get the Vibe right back in the game. Ball 4, they're loaded. 3 straight free passes. And up comes Sierra Frazier.
Stepping into the technical square, the second baseman, number 20, Sierra Frazier.
Frazier hit into a fielder's choice in the second. But as I mentioned last week against the Rise, she was probably seeing the ball the best of anybody. Smith did not miss that by much. 1-0. Maybe a little off the plate, but that's a tough one. 2-0. All right, definitely 2-1. I mean, that was meatball-y. And at some point, Smith was going to have to throw that just to get back into a favorable spot. 2-1 to Frazier. Change high. 3-1. Nowhere to put Frazier. And Smith will walk in a run. That one missed outside. It's 9-3. And I think we will see a change for the Monarchs. 4 straight walks here in the inning. And we'll step aside for just a moment. New pitcher in the ballgame for the Monarchs and is the former UCF Knight by way of Cal, Sona Halajian. And she comes in a dicey moment. 9-3 Monarchs, but bottom 4, bases loaded. And in steps Hannah Adams, who is a remarkable 4 for 4 in the series. I would have her in the 2 spot for game 3. Just, again,
Next up, the second
my feel.
baseman, number 8, Hannah Adams.
Bases loaded, all from walks. We'll give you Morgan Smith's line once the opportunity arises. First pitch to Adams is high, ball 1. Halajian ready. The 1-0 is high and tight. 2-0. For Morgan Smith, 3 innings plus, responsible for all 3 batters on base. 3 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 5 walks, no strikeouts. Now a 2-0 on Adams. 3-0. Well, bases loaded, so still nowhere to put her. Halajian gets a strike, 3-1. If I'm Adams, I'm frankly kind of considering take here again. And there you go. It was ball 4. 9-4. And now, unbelievably, without a hit in this inning, the tying run is on deck.
back to the top of the order with the center fielder, number 7, Carmen Greenwood.
Back to Carmen Greenwood. Double and a ground out. She has scored once as well. First pitch strike. 0-1. It's a substantial strike by Halajian to kind of reset things. Cleanse the palate a bit. And then they'll say Greenwood didn't go on the rise. 1-1. The 1-1. Fouled away. She went. Chased the rise for the strikeout, and that's the first out of the inning.
Next up, the right fielder, number 15, Rachel Roop.
Rachel Roop 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out. Hitless in this series so far, which statistically would mean she's probably pretty due here. Good first pitch, 0-1. Seems like Kalajian just had to get that first walk out of the way, and now has found the command very quickly since. Comes in with a little bit more velocity than you were seeing from Smith, and has that true rise ball as well. 1-1. Outer half called strike, 1-2. Held off. Another rise ball, and it's got good bite, but Roop not fishing there. Now the 2-2. Roop smokes it out to right field, and that's all the way to the base of the fence. One run will score. Here comes the second. Stop sign on at third base for Adams. 2 RBI double for Roop. And don't look now, it's 9-6 Monarchs. And 2 in scoring position, tying run coming to the plate here in the 4th.
Next up, the first baseman, number 17, Taylor Pleasant.
Oh, and that tying run is Taylor Pleasance, who's already left the building once. 2-run homer back in the first, fly out to center in the third. Wouldn't be shocked if we saw Sona stay away. 1-0. First pitch outside. Called strike. Took a little off it. 1-1. Still just 1 out. That double by Roop, the first hit of the inning. Pleasance to the left side. Is it deep enough? Turns out no. And now trouble between second and third. And now Adams is caught in a rundown between third and home. She's going to get tagged out there as Roop took third. And that's just not how you want the inning to end at all. A double play wipes away the chance, and the Vibe will go to the fifth, trailing by 3 against the Monarchs. After a brief pause to drag the field. Stormy Kotzelnick will lead off the 5th inning. Stormy fouls off the first pitch, 0-1. Got a strikeout, a sac fly RBI, and a ground out for Kotzelnick here in this game. And she'll be facing a new pitcher in the circle, Emily Kirby-Nagel. Just inside, 1-1. Emily Kirby-Nagel comes in for Estelle Check, who went an inning and 2/3. 5 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 1 walk, and no strikeouts. Now the 1-1 coming to Kotzelnick. This is away, 2-1. It's Kotzelnick, Barbara, and Skaggs. And if Stormy can reach, Mac Barbara waits on deck. She has been a nightmare for Vibe pitching here in this game. Away, 3-1. Ball 4. Well, the trend of the night continues here in the top of the 5th. Leadoff free pass to Kotzelnick, and here comes Mac Barbara. Mac Barbara is 2 for 2 with a 2-run homer, a double, and a walk. She scored a couple times as well. And she seems eager. First pitch, high and away, ball 1. Called strike, 1-1. Barbara started her career at San Diego, well, actually started at Ole Miss and transferred to San Diego State, where she was Mountain West Player of the Year. Finished up at Texas A&M with Tricia Ford. And she'll take the 1-1 away on the curve, 2-1. That's fouled away, 2-2. Kirby-Nagel trying to get by one of the most dangerous hitters in the Monarchs lineup, but Mac Barbara is able to find the left center gap. Nice job by Caneto cutting it off and keeping it to a single. Kotzelnick stays at second, 2 on, nobody out for the Monarchs. How about a 3 for 3 night? And Mac Barbara is a triple short of the cycle here in this game.
Next up, number 99, Allie Skaggs.
I'll send up Allie Skaggs, who's 2 for 3 with a pop out, a single, and an RBI double. And we are paused for what? So it was tying a shoe in the outfield. You probably had a better view of it on the first baseline cam than I do. Dear viewers at home. Allie Skaggs trying to make a dent and get a response for the Monarchs here in the 5th. First pitch misses low and away, 1-0. Same spot, same result, 2-0. That time a change in the dirt, low and away, 3 balls and no strikes. That one curves in on the outer edge, 3-1. Skaggs out to right. She put a lot into this one, and that'll carry all the way towards the fence. I don't think Skaggs knew it dropped. 1 run will score. It's Kotzelnick, and it's 10-6. Roop tried to track it down, and then Skaggs was kind of just walking after she touched first base, and then realized, oh, wow, this is a live ball. That'll just be a long, hard-hit RBI single, and they're on the corners for the Monarchs. But nobody out still. Alyssa Garcia 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts here in this game. Check swing, fouled off, 0-1. On deck is Kat Rodriguez, who's 3 for 3, I should say. That went high and away, 1-1. Saw Alyssa Garcia a lot during her playing days at UCLA. As a freshman, was a all-pack freshman team selection. Beautiful pitch there from Kirby Nagel, 1-2. Off goes Skaggs, and no throw from Frazier. Second and third, nobody out, and a 2-2 count on Garcia. Alyssa Garcia sends this high in the sky, and that is gone. Perhaps the dagger. 13-6 Monarchs on the 3-run shot from Alyssa Garcia. She just absolutely turned on that and sent it right up to the clouds where some of that distant lightning is lighting up the sky. That was a just totally cranked home run. And now they're clear. Nobody out still here in this inning. And Kat Rodriguez had to duck. First pitch high and tight, 1-0. Kat is 3 for 3 with an RBI single and 2 other singles. She scored twice as well. Got to talk to Kat a little pregame. Played in the FGCL back in 2021 when she was with the Finns. Their runner-up finish in the Summer League. 1-0 is high, 2-0. This also means that the run rule inducing run is at the plate right now. If Monarchs get one more, the Vibe will be down to their final 3 outs. Although based on how this game has gone, I wouldn't exactly get comfortable even if the Monarchs get to that 8-run margin. Strike on the outer half, 2-1. Foul ball down the first base line. 2-2. Full count. Payoff from Kirby Nagel. Rodriguez hit over to second. Adams is there, 1 down. It's the first time Kat Rodriguez has been retired.
Next up. Next up, number 27, Julia Kutsoyanopoulos.
Julia Kutsoyanopoulos will hit. She's 1 for 2 with a sacrifice, a single, and a flyout. All those plate appearances, the result happened on the first pitch, and she will take the first pitch low and away for ball 1. Now the 1-0, that misses away, 2-0. High and tight, 3-0. Oh, the sprinklers are on. That's fun. Well, let's step aside and get the water turned off. 3-0 count, 1 out. We spent a little bit too much time chasing waterfalls, but the sprinklers are off. All set to go here in the top of the fifth. It is, by the way, a 3-0 count on Julia Kutsoyanopoulos. 13-6 Monarchs over the Vibe.
Who was that? Katsuonapolis? After a quick rain delay, at the plate, number 27, Julia Katsuonapolis.
So, after about 7 minutes, Kutsoyanopoulos steps back in. And here's the 3-0 from Emily Kirby-Nagel. Moves in for a strike, 3-1. Ball 4. So the run rule inducing run heads to first.
Next up in the batter's box, number 10, Pal Egan.
And I'll bring up Pal Egan. Pal 1 for 2 with a walk. There's a good changeup from Kirby-Nagel for strike 1. RBI double and a run scored in the 4th, fly out in the 3rd, walk and a run in the 2nd for Egan. And that one fouled away 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch to Egan. Got away from Frazier, and I don't know if she knows where it is. And that'll give a clear running lane to Kutsoyanopoulos. The wild pitch puts Julia at 3rd. 1-2. That just skipped so hard off of home plate, and Frazier couldn't find it. Now the 1-2 to Pal Egan. Kutsoyanopoulos at 3rd base. On the ground to first, and Pleasance will make the tag. Egan took a step backwards, so had Kutsoyanopoulos coming to score, she would have had to go back. But instead, 2 gone, runner at 3rd. Kylie Sand, 3 for 3 in this ball game. Trying to drive in Kutsoyanopoulos. She might have done it. Greenwood had to go off her glove. Kutsoyanopoulos scores. Sand will glide into 2nd. RBI double. 4 for 4 night for the 9-hole hitter. And it's 14-6.
Next up, number 3, Alex Coleman.
Back to the top of the order with Alex Coleman. 9th batter in this inning. That is the 2nd time I have said that for the Monarchs offense here in this game. Coleman, by the way, 3 for 4. Chopped past Solis at short, out to center. Sand will come home. The slide is in time, just ahead of the throw. RBI single for Coleman. She's got 4 of those ribbies here tonight. It's 15-6.
Next up, number 44, Stormy Kotzelnick.
And back to Stormy Kotzelnick, who walked and scored earlier in this inning. She's 0 for 2 with a strikeout, a sac fly, a ground out, and that walk. Kirby-Nagel trying to end the inning, but Kotzelnick wants more. Out towards center. See you later. That is the exclamation point. 2-run homer from Stormy Kotzelnick deep into the night, and it's 17-6. And another change upcoming for the Florida Vibe in the circle as Barbara is set to hit again. 17-6 Monarchs. 2 gone here in the top of the 5th. We'll step aside for just a moment and get set with Sam Gress returning. Sam Gress has returned to the circle in the 17-6 ball game. 2 gone, bases clear. First pitch strike to Mac Barbara. Barbara is a triple short of a cycle. Double, 2-run homer, walk, and a single. She scored thrice here in this game. 0-1. It's one of the best changeups we've seen from Gress. 0-2. Gress re-enters after going 2 1/3, 10 hits, 5 runs, all earned, a walk, and a K. Kirby goes 2/3 of an inning, 6 hits, 8 runs, all earned. Good fight off by Barbara. 2 walks and no strikeouts for Kirby. Gress trying to end this inning. 8 runs on the board. Barbara on the change over to Adams at second. That'll do it for the top of the 5th, but the Vibe will need 4 runs to extend the ball game. We go to the home half of the 5th, 17-6. Caracaneto will lead off here in a must-score inning. They need 4 to the Florida Vibe, and it's first pitch strike from Sona Halasian. Caneto's over 2 with a pair of ground outs. That rise goes high, 1-1. Defensive changes for the Monarchs. Mac Barbara is now in at first. Kutsoinopoulos in left. Paligan's in right. And I think that's it. It was kind of confusing. Caneto out to left field, so ball finds the new girl, and Kutsoinopoulos is there for the first out.
Next up, number 36, Jordan Rudd Lee.
Jordan Rudd Lee will re-enter. Ground out and a walk. That one high, 1-0. Just outside, 2-0. Foul ball, 2-1. Just outside on the off speed, 3-1. That's found not quite in traffic. Got stopped by a tree, full count. That was knocked towards the place where I got my pizza earlier. That was 4 hours ago. And now here we are, nearing 9:30 Eastern time. Monarchs 2 outs away from a run rule win to force a rubber match tomorrow. Vibe looking for a little magic here in the bottom of the 5th to at least keep this game going and provide one more twist in the narrative here on this Wednesday night. Payoff. Little in. Second time Rudley has walked. And brings up Sarah Mosley. Fly out and a walk. She's also scored a run. That's a strike. 0-1. That one low in the dirt, 1-1. Halajian came in for Morgan Smith, who got the start. Was kind of cruising and then bumped into a 4 straight walk scenario in the bottom of the 4th. So that one's fouled away, 1-2. Mosley on the ground to third. There's one. Chance for the double play, and that will wrap it up. The Monarchs defense makes the final statement on a night where the offense racked up 17 runs on 20 hits. And we'll have a decider in this series tomorrow as the Monarchs win it 17-6.
Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you coming out here, sticking through even the rain delay. We hope to see you again tomorrow as we play our next and final game against the Monarchs. But until that time, have a great night and drive safe.
Just a couple statistical nuggets for you before we go off the air. RBI totals for some of the Monarchs. 4 tonight for Coleman, 3 for Kotzelnick, 2 for Barbara, 2 for Skaggs, 3 for Garcia, 1 for Rodriguez, 1 for Egan, 1 for Sand. 8 of the 9 hitters for the Monarchs had an RBI tonight. Loss goes to Sam Gress. Taylor Pleasance had a couple RBIs on a 2-run homer. Rachel Roop had a 2 RBI double as well, but certainly not enough with the offense that the Monarchs put up here this evening. And now they'll battle it out tomorrow in Game 3 in the rubber match. In what should be a good one that will start at 6, I think. 7? 7. So we'll see you at 7 for Game 3 of this series between the Monarchs and the Vibe. Until then, have a great night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.